Today I want to pay tribute to a special person, Moshe Ohayon and his son, two people, the father and the son, Moshe and Eliad Ohayon, who were involved in dozens of educational programs for disabled children and people with special needs in order to help them integrate into the Israeli society. They also took care of elderly people, immigrants from Russia, and people in need. When he was asked what his next project was, Moshe always said, "Where I'm needed, I will go." They were always trying to contribute to the Israeli society. On the 7th of October, they had 40 disabled kids at home. They had to take all those children to the shelter. And once everyone was safe as possible, they heard Moshe and Eliad, heard screams and shots outside and understood that the terrorists had reached the neighborhood. So Moshe took his weapon and he left with his son Eliad. The first mission they took upon themselves was to open a public shelter in order to give the possibility to 40 families to get into the shelter. Once those people were in the shelter, they asked them to close the door and keep it shut. And then they spotted terrorists, and then they left and they spotted terrorists trying to get into a house. So they engaged with the terrorists and managed to eliminate a few terrorists. But unfortunately, they were overwhelmed, and they were because they were facing 10 heavily armed terrorists, and they were eventually killed. And Moshe died with his son. They saved dozens of people on that day. That's absolute courage and absolute dedication to the Jewish people. And we can say that they died as they lived. So I just wanted to pay tribute to those extraordinary people. Have a good day. Stand with Israel. Bye-bye.